I'm doing so I'm afraid apologies for it being upright. So welcome. I'll show you the time is now that my phone is live. I will show you where I am though. I'm here with the stones, Kit's Coty, out in the countryside in the field where they were pushed to the side of the field. Hopefully you can hear me okay, as my earbuds aren't there as well. But as long as you can see me, it's fine. The sun is breaking through. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I invite you to join me with some Qigong and some movement, and then I've got my cards. I have already cleansed. I've taken a beautiful salt bath with some channeling to clear my energy before I entered the space. I asked for permission. And although the reason I like it here, although the stones aren't necessarily in a circle, this beautiful fence creates a lovely sacred circle that you come through with one area. I've got my water bottle. And you can enter facing the sun over there as we give blessings. There's other big stone over there on the hillside. You can't actually see, it's amongst the trees, and in a really random place. But let's get started. It'd be nice if you could see the stones in behind me. Okay. Cleansing breath. And what I'm going to do, because obviously I'm outside, I've already done this, but I want to show you so you can do the same, is just kind of bring my awareness into the circle that's around me, the fence that's around this site, and bring and extend that into a nice little bubble. So hands come up in a cleansing breath. My attention is on my star above my head, bringing that through and down and into the beautiful ground around me, and circulating. And in that awareness, I become aware of my own filter. Nothing can enter my filter. I'm extending that filter out in the space I am, magnifying it with the granite and the stones that is behind me. That from the past. And that from the future. Bringing heaven down to earth, grounding, blessings. Connection is fluctuating, probably because the energy, when I started channeling, the connection went, it didn't like it. So I will or video that to upload it. So let's just move with the Qigong. I've moved around the space. With any luck, there'll be no break in the video. Sometimes it just fluctuates where we're live. But heart energy. I'm going to turn to the sun, as it's the sun that drew me at the fullest of the moon, the balance of the night and the day. The moon, we got this Mars-Venus thing going on, this very masculine, feminine thing that I'm feeling into. Feeling that connection with our divine masculine, our divine feminine, coming in one. As we move through the peak, just breathe and feel into what your body needs to do. Twisting is releasing, is letting go. So moving. In gentle locks. We are in the element of metal. And shared a beautiful video on this about why do we call the lungs in this time of year metal? It's the extraction process, like metal. The lungs pull the oxygen from the air, impurities out, they clear it out, knocking on your lungs. Also associated with the intestines this time of year. Gentle bounce and slapping the belly. Do that with a little bit of a twist. A little kind of bounce going on. As if you're giving your intestines a pat on the back. But we're loosening any calcification. We're calling our weight to the surface of the cells, the membrane. Move that up, spleen, keep it going. Immune system. And the sun working with me. And stop with the twisting. Just feeling for the moment. We're going to start to shake. So shake the tree. Release. This powerful release the moon brings. Let go of what you need to. And just bounce, shake and boogie if you like. Shimmy, whatever feels good for your body. Don't worry about feeling silly. Let go of what your thoughts and feelings are about this. Let go. Shake, twist. tai uru kuskula. Telling me to sit. Amniata. Esana kula. I'll give you the view of the stones instead of me. Enda ha ha ni ha toro. Esa kakikayana. Enaita. E ha ha ita. Enaya ha ha na. E tatitiko ho ho no shono neata. E ha ha ni he te e sa a la ita. E he sa ha ha ni he ta. E kuhu ho la ha she a ha ni ata. E na ha ki ha na shika o lo kolo kona. E ana e ta tushka e ta turo kushkoro ai. E na e ta a ha ha ne he. Mikuturu. The symbol of the wasp, the bees, the hive, the many, helping populate, helping shift, helping with the frequency and the resonance across our earth in different sacred sites. There are many blessings happening right now. There are many people coming together. There are many people feeling sad. Their tears are release, to shift, to change. Something lucky now happening, flowering. The earth needs to stretch and may stretch. But the more of us that stretch, and physically, like as well as metaphorically, stretch ourselves, allow ourselves to shift, to change, to evolve, and to move with the flow and the ebb and flow. You can say, she said, you can move now. I'm like, okay. So move eniato. Back in the sun. Okay. Yes. Okay, now my guides are quiet now. I can continue. Move round. I don't alone, I have to say. I feel like I am surrounded and connected with my guidance, or aspects of me, whatever you want to call it, the elements. Grounding that in my body. So you don't have to follow the movements. I am using the Qigong movements as well as some of my own that I'm just feeling the need to move in that way. The teacups. You can move your body how it needs to move. This is the side teacup. And I'm being shown an image of the DNA helix running up my spine, the energy coming up, flowing down. I heal me, I heal you. As you heal you, you heal me. Earth, you, me, universe. Aya turo pushka past present future. And aya hatiki hana. Hela hana ki haya. Eturo kuro kaya ha. Hena hai. Heya hai no suturo kora. Ena gishka. I feel the mountain within me, the minerals within me. Minerals of me personally needing shifting, but she's going, shift with us, shift with the earth. As the earth heals, so too will you. Ayeneheta ea nikushkura. Etaya hena hesa duro kusuro. Ena heta tikira naishka. Anikura shkana hena. Eha hamehena kita duro kura. Eshka anahe eta okoroko hata ehania hishira ito, heaven to earth, earth to heaven, through me, in me, of me. Ahastira kosoro hono hotaka ehena hati hahane hatira katirashka. Air, water in the air, water in the earth, water in me. She said I could bring the fire now. Really? That's in here. It's going to affect the camera. Apologies. I need, just in symbolic fashion, I've already. Nisura Eanaya. Kika. Wind blowing out. Not want to set fire to anything. We've got enough with the Aries energy. Now. Can I do my reading now? I'll keep moving. Isanakishkurokula eana aanoholo e kahaya e tataturururuskhaya. Thank you, Earth. Thank you for being present. Thank you for viewing when you're viewing later. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ahanehetanashki. Flowers and bees, I'm told. Buds, things in the beginning. Although the full moon, we think of it's the time of letting go. My attention's drawn to the rose hips there. They are full of vitamin C. They're beautifully, rose hip syrup is one of my favourite things, and a blessing. But also you think it's the bud, it's the essence of the idea, it's the beginning, it's the coming together, it's the times that we spend in sacred space with others and with ourselves, but it's the beginning, the spark, and the Aries is the spark. It's the spark within us, those ideas. Now, bringing them into being like we plant in the new moon. So this new moon is like that. It's like I'm feeling the sun and the moon, the night and the day, the balance. And we've just had the balancing of the equinox. It's still got that energy around us. So behind me that's leaning in here, I have many cards. I'm gonna see which one I'm called to. I brought lots and lots of them. Hopefully, excuse my close-up of my cleavage. Again, the breast is a symbol of growth, and nurturing oneself. have 6 out of 9. Mary Watterson, the Divine Feminine. I don't know these as much, but they represent much that I align with. Divine Feminine Oracle. And these artworks are beautiful. Elizabeth said, no, I'm not an affiliate. I just love these stuff. So what is it we need to know? What wisdom can you share with us in this moment? Inaya. Queen of heaven and earth, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Tune into that for a minute. I try and find what page is that. Inaya. No, I'm going to have to look it up. So I feel a sense of this. She's got that star behind her. She's got the galaxy behind her. She's wearing like a crown. And she has her wings expanded. She's in her sovereignty. She's taking action. In 202. 202. Page 202, if you have the book, if you have the cards. The Queen of Heaven and Earth, I have nothing to hide. Inaya represents the power that comes back to us when we accept and integrate our shadow. Inaya was the most predominant female deity in ancient Mesopotamia at the height of her worship around the Unk period of 4000 to 2000 BC. Temples and shrines dedicated to Inaya lined the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Her name in Samaria is Lady of Heaven. Her temple house, her priestesses, and they each would take a man to bed with them on the... Oh, it is an A. I'm looking at spelling it wrong. Yeah. Why am I not surprised? Each would take a man to bed with them on the spring equinox to recite the divine marriage of Hieros Gomos between Inaya and her consort Demetrius. The heroine's gamos is the ancient ritual for untightening the opposite from within, the male and the female, the light and the dark, and most especially heaven and earth. This theme occurs in accounts of Inaya's descendants into the underworld to find her sister Ereshkigal. She must take off her articles of clothing at each of the 7 gates, so that when she finally reaches her sister, she is naked. And when Inaya ascends, she does so with it's pronouncing these power. When your soul selects this card, Inaya goes to the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self and becomes more powerful, because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underneath. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she's fully dressed or clothed heavenly in the ego. Inaya is inevitably in an invitation to get naked. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is alchemy, age that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down, is the dark cage where we place parts of ourselves. The truth that exists there also exists right here on the surface of everyday life. So if we are externalizing great amounts of energy, exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us and us as a society as well. You see that behind me, like a dark angel with that cloud. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautiful broken place that calls for love, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspect of our being, and in uniting our twin sister from depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not got sabotaged by. The light must cast the shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. Can I love my shadow as much as my light? You must embrace your shadow. There's images, beautiful images of hugging. Looks like hands, those clouds behind my face. Hug yourself, hug the shadow within. I have nothing to hide. I see an aspect all that I am. Now, I've spoken about the Inaya memories of the priestess work from past lives and enacting the masculine and feminine. So I won't go into that. You can watch that video for that. When I first opened these cards and picked that card, which felt relevant, and I looked at it then and didn't actually recognize it. And I was thinking, why is this? Why am I not remembering? Why am I separating myself from that? As a child, I often thought these weird fantasy memories that would come through were strange. There is much to be had with taking back our power as women and understanding our sacred sexuality, and it has been corrupted and abused and used wrongly, and it's now time that many golden priestesses are coming back into that power. They're accepting that, they're loving themselves, they're learning. Even if you take it from more of a muted point of view, to connect with their self, with self-love and loving the self. But loving the self isn't always like, okay, like I love my wobbly bits kind of thing, not just the superficial outward side of things, although that is important too, and a big part of some people with that kind of self-doubt and not feeling of enoughness that we have in society, that we're not good enough, or that we're not looking the part, or that we haven't got the qualifications. And I personally toyed with this. I've got loads of courses that I've kind of deep into, not quite completed, and when I was thinking, well, I can't actually say, even yesterday I questioned myself, I'm training to be a Qigong instructor or master, because it takes 30 odd years. You're always in training. We're in training for life. It doesn't ever stop. But does that not make me still someone that practices energies, practices Qigong, that shares the movement of the body and the alchemy of the body? So what do I call it if I can't legally call it Qigong until I have some piece of paper that someone else says? Because it's my guidance and my guides that tell me this stuff. They don't have a piece of paper. They're not in a university. They're in my mind, giving me images and showing me how to move my body, that then I'm researching and knowing that that's how I found out it was Qigong. So what I was being shown, the shaking to shift and to release, to reset the nervous system. That was the first image that come through from guidance. So how do you do that? How do you step into that power? I try my best to demonstrate that as much as I can, and to demonstrate that there's times when I ate like buggery this morning and I wanted to be up at 6:30, but I didn't. I was up and I couldn't sleep. But I knew I had to lay and I had to rest and I had to be present in my body. And I was thinking, well, I know I create my reality. I know that even the crap in my life, I have created for myself. Understanding the why. I feel that light coming up. Understanding why. Why do we create? The light shows us the shadow, and those shadows, when they show up, can help us shift. They're more defined. It's clearer to see. No more is the light brighter than in those darkest moments for you to step into that power and become who you are meant to be. So, Divine Feminine says, embrace your shadow, embrace what is showing up for you to be cleared. Next, dragons. What is it we need to know? So these are from Diane Cooper. What is it that the dragon energy, the Kundalini energy, the archetypal energy of the dragon realms need to show us in Nuhutota? Queen Yin, pink dragon, brings firm love that resets your karmic balance, the resetting. See all your cards dissolve by transcending love. Enjoy your freedom and look for the divine around you. Divine is in everything, in all things. And I'm going to read you what she says about this one. What number are we? So while you look at that, I'll look at this. See all your cards dissolving by transcending love. Love transcends all. When you love your shadows, you love the depths of who you are. Queen Yin was the great and revered dragon master who lived for 2,000 years in China. Her fifth dimensional pink dragon created special portals for her so she could go through them and rest in high plains. This is how she was able to maintain a physical body for such a long time. Queen Yin's dragon, I'm going to put that down if you guys have had a good enough look. Queen Yin's dragons are most beautiful pale pink colours, the luminous pink of sacred chakras. They will pour their translucent love into any cards that tie us to others, whether from the life or any other, from this life or any other. It dimensions of pale, plain existence, dissolving all karma under the law of grace. Choosing the card offers you the opportunity to heal all your relationships, including those from past lives. So the shadows that we have with those selves that we may not have been the people that we'd like to think of in past lives, maybe we were not so good, and those are the ones that we don't want to remember. Maybe we have sadnesses and traumas that come through we don't even know that they're from. You might not even believe in past lives, and just feel like it's lives within this life and traumas within this life cycle. But ask this beautiful energy, so that pink pale rose quartz energy of love, to dissolve the cords that still tie you to others, and sit quietly while you do so. So let's do a cord cutting ceremony as well. You may sense and feel them releasing you completely. Take a moment to feel the freedom that this offers. These great-hearted dragons will then help you to see with eyes of love. Look for the divine in everyone and be aware that all situations from higher understanding. Know that Queen Yin's gentle pink dragons are by your side. These gorgeous lost my space. These gracious dragons will enable you to enrich your relationship and transform your friendships. They will help you to treat all people with great respect, care and love than ever before. Remember to thank them for enhancing your life. So let's thank them first, always, for blessings. The energy of this beautiful pink colour, you see me, I don't know if you can see me, I can't see you because hopefully you can still see me. So the beautiful energy, I have crystals in the bag behind you, and the phone itself I use as a crystal when I speak to express words of love. Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on ultimate vision, and congratulate yourself, you have passed the test. Felt called to pull that. I don't know if that's for someone who is going to be listening, but also someone who is here. And I feel it's to be drawn no more. I was going to do more readings, but I feel like we will do this cord cutting. Okay, let's do this on the stones, with the stones and the quartz that's here. Okay, I'm going to move over to the rose hips. They have that rose colour, and put the sun behind. They're very blessed with this. Just to show you. Now, closing your eyes if it's safe to do so, or listening and tuning in. As I walk the circles of time, tuning into my mind and those full circle moments, the memories that come up, I walk counterclockwise, back through my memories, back through my lives, back through time, the things that I wish to release, to let go, old hurts, old wounds, anything that's a story in my life that is not serving me, just as the trees drop their leaves, as one just did. I walk through the circles of my mind, backwards, down into my heart. As I guide you, just go through your memories, start to think about the feelings and anything that comes up when I mention hurt. And then we find that hurt like a thread of memory, a thread through time, as we pluck like strings, the frequency, the vibration is like a song that plays on a recorder for you. We're going back over that recorder. For those of you that are younger, you tape, a videotape or audio cassette tape, you would record on. We're wiping it, we're dubbing it, we're clearing it. We're washing away on that record player. Now you might say there's always a digital print, there is, but what remains is the love and the lessons. We're clearing it in harmonious with love. You might feel beautiful coloured pink dragons. You might see crystal rose quartz around you and be standing in a quartz cave, as I'm being shown. As you're moving through the time and those emotional fields, the etheric fields around your body, those circles, those threads. You yourself, not me, I'm just here to remind you, to remember you. As you walk, as you step through your heart, be open and receptive to the love, to the guidance, to all that is with you and that is within you. Enir Toroshka. ala tatania urotora kaki aana e na distruruta isinarora skana gata doska ina yatira niskoraiska ina yuru kuro konokia nianaki kala nanakai as I physically walk ina yatira kishkororo kona I go through my time lines with you. Ahahani hitururota, iturukatataia, eknaya tuturukushkororota, e nakatururuturuka, enayunuko, enumoko, enadishko, lifetimes unfolding in the anuro aspects of my being. Indurukoshko, inaya, the recording, the frequency, the fields within Inushkura Ganana. Adurakata. I had to stop. Inayuturu kurutai. Ianuru kurikti. Aituru kuno. Ea nahahanido. Ea hahaniado. Nianayatu. Nianayatu. Niku. Nienoku yanaki. Nokuruku. Ienokurukai. Yene hasutuku. Ianituku. Isanaha niku. Ihanaha niku. Hananayanaisk. These stones have been repurposed. Inaya nodu kushkunaya, I've been told. Inayata. So I'm feeling a sense of the lands going back through time as well. Enorushkororaya. Now in your mind, in your heart, I went quiet for you to just to sit with those emotions that are clearing. If you need to cry, cry. This might take a few times. It might take a few days, weeks. But know you are safe. You are loved. Ayunutu hulakayanaki. Your soul is just like mine. Whatever line or bloodline you are from, all are beautiful. The rays, look at the sun. We all have light. We all have dark. The dark is the depths. It's matter. Ea, aya, ea, akwayana, afrevoria nenus. Terra. Why am I speaking Spanish? I can't speak Spanish. The fire, the air, the water, the earth, more importantly, the spirit, ether, the essence, the smell of your soul. I want you to breathe in and imagine you can smell roses, the scent of the rose, which was our guide from the beginning. And Aish Kunura, as I now start to walk clockwise. Ituru. Actually, I'm anti-clockwise. I'm back through my own argument. And just breathe and feel If you have anything there that you want to do, maybe you work with oils, you could put oils on you. Do your cleansing work while you're listening. You could get in the bath, run a bath. As if I've shared this morning the sounds when I did my cleansing work in the bath. Seeing stars in darkness, with the eyes closed if you are safe to do. The earth in the ground. The molten fire. Within the core. And remember those threads. Cleansing with fire. Cleansing with sound. Cleansing with water. With the breath as you breathe in. Hold. And exhale through the mouth. Zzz, on the physical. And again, breathe in. Hold on the emotional with the There's random poppies in this field. There's green, there's brown, there's yellow. I can see all the colours of the rainbow around me. And I'm watching nature around me. Remember, we were told to see the beauty that is in all things, even in the technology that we might see as standing outside of nature, and the magnificence of the engineering, the harnessing, unneeded but still. See the magnificence in those memories. In the memories of the past, of the present, and of the future. There are many things that are not what we would want to see, or that we would feel not right. However, be still. As we see different perspectives from different views, through different aspects of time, we're able to understand and evolve and grow, and not just as people, as humans, but as a collective over time. Now I'm going to do my own work, so I'm going to leave you with this blessing and my thanks. I thought we would do more reading, I thought we would do more Qigong, but when the guidance come in, we did differently. always. I never know what we're doing, really. I can have a rough plan of what I want to do. It's not about I, it's about we. It's about what I'm called to share with you. My love and my blessings. Thank you for your time. I have a recording that me, as in Teresa, wants to record for my members, and a meeting with them later today, and also some mummy stuff to do. But thank you for your time. Please like and share. And normally I would just put this up as a full moon, but this month I've been sharing the things that I would share with my members, apart from the challenge that I'm about to record for them, which we start day 1 today for the next 30 days of manifesting and creative visualization. And I invite you to join me. Links in Eventbrite on my page there, or if you go to Instagram, or links on here in the About Me, there should be links there. Love, blessings for your full moon. I hope that this doing energy, this was that sun, it's beautiful sun. I hope this bright doing energy is enabling you to clear, to do, to start, to do the things that you're called to do, that your soul spark is in calling you to do, as mine has. And that there's not too much tectonic energy, I hope. That there's not, although I do feel there's going to be some, I hope it's minimal of just what's needed for a little stretch. And I'm showed. Is there anything else I need to say? Just to remind you to stay in this moment for a little bit, and to know that we've cleared that music on those attachments. We haven't cut them, we've cleared them, we've allowed them to become in tune with that which is you and the greater part of you. And we didn't do anything. You do that with your own connection. I'm just here as a guide to remind you to do that, to connect, to take time to do that, to connect. For your soul is more than capable, just as every single living being on this planet is, that you are part of, across time and space. And it's okay, whatever you're feeling. Maybe you need to sleep, maybe you need to take loads of salt baths, maybe you need to go for walks in nature. I had to physically be outside to do this today. My guidance said no, not inside, outside, go connect, be with the stones. And when I was like, where? I was going to go to the woods just near my house, and was called to come here. It was quite significant, apparently, as I was doing my healing work, that I could help with the healing of the land. I'm not sure why that was needed today, but it's a good day to do that for all of us. Take care. Blessings.